Canggu shortcut, synonymous with Canggu. Recently paved over, so it's a lot smoother road than it apparently used to be. Nevertheless, it's still pretty hairy, and I'm always got my wits about me when I'm driving. The traffic is crazy, people driving really fast. Locals, I think, drive fast and encourage the tourists to drive fast. I don't know who's encouraging who here, but you have to keep your wits about you. Anyway, it's a kind of fun drive, and you can see it's pretty built up now, and buildings coming up more and more. So what were rice fields are now, it's more or less, you can hardly see the rice fields anymore. Nevertheless, we love it, and here we are at Crate. Arriving at Crate, you get beckoned in by the parking guys. They do a great job, and you get a little cushion on your bike to protect it. There's one place you get a little cushion to protect it from the sun, so you don't get a burnt arse when you get back on your bike. So we're here in Crate. We don't usually come here much because the music's so loud, but it's a kind of iconic Bali place really in Canggu. As you can see, it's kind of like in a barn. It's in a barn really. The music's loud. It's often got a DJ. Actually, the food is really quite good. I'm going to show you some food in a minute. There's a walk by. Let's see if I can get a good walk by here. So yeah, the food is basically quite good. The problem is the music's really loud. Almost got some more food then. So if you're like us and you don't like too loud music, then you might not like it, but you know, it's an atmosphere, it's a vibe. Let's see if I can order something and then I can show you some food. 1 second. And what I'm going to order today is a smoothie bowl, because that's kind of what you'd have here really. It's like another kind of iconic thing of Bali and Canggu, the smoothie bowl in Crate, which is another iconic thing of Bali. So let's combine everything and have it all together. Why so serious? Why so serious?
Are you gonna get the coffee as well? Okay.
You get the cakes? Get a cake ready.
Want to do what's this around?
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, the vegan cake.
So I just want to show you the menu quickly. We didn't do that part. We've got coffees, smoothies, I'm shouting here over the music, chia seed bowls, smoothie bowls. You got breakfast, which is burritos and stuffed croissants and omelets and a lot of vegan stuff as well, vegan scrambles with tofu. And you've got super bowls and salads and toasties. It's Australian, there's a lot of Australian right after all, so these toasties and kind of Australian-esque food, which is great. I mean, you know, because Australians know how to do food a lot better than us British at least, and maybe the Americans probably, to be honest. And there's always a queue. The thing is, this place is always packed, there's always a queue. And it's reasonable prices, you know, it's not, you know, it's actually, you could get something cheaper, but it's, you know, for what you get in terms of food, I'd say it's a fair deal.
Okay, here's our smoothie bowl. We should have got a more Bali, tropical, colorful one, but we went for a peanut butter one called also spicy cereal.
Cacao, coconut, granola, and we had it before. And it's banana cocoa, but frozen. Yeah, it's good. You can't. Everyone will like this. You can't really complain. All the smoothie bowls are really. I think anyone would like them. They're more expensive compared to the savoury food, which is the same price. But nevertheless, it's a great breakfast and it's a healthy and light one. So, you know, here we are at Crate with a headache after all the music. Being old as we are these days, but it's a cool spot to hang out. Literally, cool with the fans and cool with the people.
It's
and
a happening place in Bali.
It's a seminal place in Bali.
Yeah.
So this is Bokashi. Beautiful structure. You can see the traffic's hotting up here already. It's actually hotting up literally as well. It's getting quite warm. Bokashi. Not only is it a beautiful wooden building, you get the parking attendants behind me. They help with your parking, and That's actually necessary here. The parking assistance is really useful. And not only that, Bokashi is known, by us anyway, for its amazing air conditioning, which you really appreciate. Obviously you can't feel that now. We come in for the tomatoes. So they grow their own produce. They actually, Bokashi's got a farm.
Organic.
It's part of a bigger company, and they also have a market on Sunday, which we're going to show you, and a couple of restaurants as well. They've got this organic farm, so they get all the stuff in from that farm. And yeah, we've been shopping here for quite a while. They've got a restaurant upstairs as well that serve kind of Japanesey stuff and all kinds of stuff. And you can see the beautiful nature of the shop. You know, you've got all the grains and seeds and beans and nuts that we use, and we buy in bulk, you know, for cooking at home. We do try and do a bit more cooking at home than eating out, although it's tempting to eat out because it's good value and it's easy. Still, the best food is always at home. Anyway, Bokashi's got all this stuff, and it's all beautifully presented as well, which obviously isn't the biggest deal, but it's nevertheless nice to be in a shop where things are nice. So here we are on a Sunday morning at the Brisa Market, and this has been a little routine of ours since arriving actually. So, well, since we actually were in Ubud first of all and came down here and we came to this market, and that's one of the reasons why you ended up moving to Canggu for a while, was this market and how nice it is, and just a nice thing to do on a Sunday really. So as you can see, it's in a nice setting, in this kind of rainforest setting, and you'll see as you walk through it, you'll see that it actually leads to the beach. So this is right on the beach as well, in this lovely setting. Lots of fair amount of food stalls and clothing stores. Take you on a little tour. This is this guy here who does great coffee. I'm going to come and see him in a second for the coffee. Hey. Excellent coffee, and I'll show you some other stuff. It's run by this company who have a few shops here and a few restaurants actually.
Ooh,
and this is Bokashi, which we showed you before, and we get a lot of our tomatoes. They have an organic farm, so they grow a lot of their produce, most of their produce I think, at the farm. Teresa's left me, she's looking at some clothes maybe. Also, I'm gonna get a croissant in a minute. They've also got a shop called Baked, which is another fantastic job, does croissants and all kinds of stuff, so it's part of the same kind of collective, and they have all these different arms to it, and one of them is this market and the seafront cafe. So I suppose we'll walk down, if I can get Teresa, should we walk down to the cafe and just show you the whole thing? And the cafe's on the beach. We're at Brisa, we showed you the beach yesterday. Was it the same beach or a similar beach? Close.
Beach.
The very same.
Slightly up.
Slightly up.
Like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah. We don't do the beaches that much, to be honest, because we've not lived generally close to them, and you don't swim. They're not swimming beaches, and they're not really lying beaches either. Really, you come down, as I said, and you walk and you look at the sunset, but you don't really you surf on the surfing beaches. Anyway, I'll show you the clothing.
Like 5.5 cents.
Nothing much to say about this stuff. I don't usually, not much of a shopper really. Fair amount of stuff. Have you bought anything from here? True?
No. Oh no.
We looked at there's necklaces, aren't there? She's been keeping an eye on these necklaces, so we'll see if we can see them. And there's some quite nice linen stuff. It's tarot cards today. It's these shirts. I've had slightly my own one of these shirts. I've got a linen shirt on now, you can see. And the thing is, when you bring stuff here, clothes here, and then you have to get them washed, and then they get so ruined through the washing that you need to constantly keep updating. So we're just going to see if we're allowed to walk through the restaurant and show you the filming. We can film to the beach and see security presence. Thank you. And as you can see, a little pool here. We've never been to La Brisa. It's a restaurant come club. I think they have music on the Friday and Saturday nights. Well, it's good breakfast there. Some nice nice style going on, and let's see, these kind of strawberry pancakes look quite good. But yeah, it's very nice, as you can see. I don't think we need to give that much more comment on it, because it really is a beautiful place to just come and sit and have a coffee, and maybe we'll do exactly that later. So it's all the way through the market now, and I'm not allowed to sit on this little step here, but yeah, so we showed you through the market, and that's the end of it. That's the restaurant at the end of the market, and then it backs onto the sea, and you can come and have the market experience on a Saturday morning, and then you can have your coffee and your what looks like quite a nice strawberry pancakes, and then you can, if you want to swim it off, you can go surfing, I suppose. So yeah, it's a pretty nice experience, and a nice Sunday morning if you're ever in Canggu, and if we're in Canggu, let us know and we'll meet you here. So this is Miss Coco, and that's not Miss Coco herself, I think. Yeah, one of her helpers, and we've used this Miss Coco to hire our scooter, which is this thing. Everyone has this NMAX, and in the end we caved into getting it because it actually is a lot better. It's a lot more expensive than a regular scoopy, so you can get a scoopy hire. As I'm waiting for the coconut, I'll show you the other possibilities. This kind of thing is a lot cheaper, and they're, you know, a lot of people ride them, but the NMAX, Theresa is going with the NMAX now, is just, it's a lot better for longer journeys. It's just a smoother ride. Generally, it's more powerful, it looks better, you know, it's the cool bike to have if you really care about that around here. Everyone has it. And Miss Coco rents these bikes, and she also does coconuts, a lot of coconuts, and you can get delivered bottles of coconut, and also this jamu. They do kind of like a tonic, like you can get it in bottles, and different types of jamu. So coconut oil and turmeric, kind of turmeric juice. Anyway, let's see what Theresa thinks of the coconut. There she is. She's about to try coconut as if she's never had one before. Do your best acting, and here you go. As usual, kind of sitting on a little bench by the road. It's the kind of experience of Asia if you could put your finger on it. And yeah, but it's great. Very free. A little bit scruffy at times, but you know, a wonderful opportunity to be here. So here we are at one of our favourite cafes. Actually, it's called Warung Tigga, and there's apparently there's three. Okay, this is Tigga. Then, well, I was going to say apparently there's three of them. We often go to Warung Tigga, right, which is a bit out of town. This is more central. This is but we've never been to Warung Satu one in Indonesia, in Bahasa, and it's in Semyang. It's also in Canggu, and basically it's really popular because it's one of the only places really that has a Western and Indonesian style buffet, and everyone likes a buffet because you can basically see what you're eating. You can see the dishes. There's loads of different dishes there, as I said. Like there's you've got lasagnas and potato gratins over here. But you've got chicken curries and in local Indonesian like nasi, tempes, and a whole bunch of salads. So it is very easy to eat here because it's not really restaurant service as such. There is a menu and they deliver to the table, but it's a bit more casual, and there's loads of space. It's a huge building, no aircon, but fans, always worthy to note in Asia. And you can sit in the garden, or you can sit in the cool inside, and you can work from here because really they've got loads of space, so they don't really. There's no real emphasis that you feel like you're taking up a table. So we come here often to work and to eat. And let's see. I'll show you the food when it comes.
Please got the vegetarian extra. a Laxis Malaysian kind of coconut-based soup, a spicy coconut-based soup with rice noodles. So you've got rice noodles, got tofu, just try it for you. You'll see. I know that it's good. You have it every time. Anyway, I'm waiting for my food, and there you go. There's a close-up of the food. It's very well priced. I think that item was maybe €3 or so, something like that. And most items are around that. So the other thing is, as you see, you've got that buffet, which is really unusual here. So you have the benefit of seeing what you're ordering. So see, it's really nice atmosphere to read in. You've got cooling ceiling fans, there's a lot of space around you. And it's not too table servicey. I mean, there is table service, you can order at the counter as well, and it's very relaxed place for it. It's really like it, we come here often. There's 3 of them, as I said, one's near our house, this one's near the beach, further into Canggu itself. And food looks good, doesn't it? And it is good, apparently.